We know everyone made a great effort to be here, just given COVID, so we really appreciate it. We're very excited to show you around the Innovation Lab. We created the lab, which is now in its 5th year, to showcase companies that are changing the conversation on what it means to be in retail today. As you all know, technology is allowing for unprecedented creativity around how to connect, sell, and market to customers, which has only been fast-tracked during this pandemic era. This year's carefully curated lab includes over 55 visionary companies from across the world. They're companies that are prioritizing consumer choice and convenience, and companies that are also thoughtful and creative about their mission. So these technologies offer the latest in sustainability, e-commerce, supply chain, AI, AR, VR, and robotics. So to get a sense, as I mentioned in my emails to you guys, you'll find drones and robots that can deliver goods, a virtual try-on mirror, live stream shopping solutions, 3D virtual stores, robotic fulfillment systems, autonomous delivery, and also the world's fastest self-checkout system. So many of the Innovation Lab exhibitors will be launching new products, features, or announcing new partnerships, which we'll hear from them as we go through. And lastly, just a thank you to our sponsors for the lab, Lenovo, NVIDIA, for helping make this possible. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start at that end of the lab, so if you guys just wanna follow me over there. The first company we're going to see will be called Yawye. So it's
detaylı projeler ama
here on the left. You guys want to gather around this side? All right, there we go.
Welcome to the NRF Pandemic Show. I hope everybody is happy and healthy. Happy New Year. Healthy New Year. My name is Danny Sokolov. I'm the co-founder of Yawye.ai. And Yawye was founded to get a better, smarter way to read how people are feeling about brands and many other things in our world, but starting off with brands, stores, brands. So when we started Yawye, we thought emotions are very tricky. If you ask people how they feel, they might not give you a real, authentic, legit answer because they're going to think about it. So we thought, no more questions, no more surveys. And so what we've invented is a way to marry emoji, the fastest growing language in the history of our human race, with short branded videos, which we sectionalize into content and we measure precisely, with thousands of people being able to do this, and results that are blindingly fast, a lot less expensive than traditional research methodologies. So this is a brand new way to measure how people are feeling using the language of emoji and existing branded content. You don't have to do a Yawye, to set up a Yawye. We do it overnight. Brands send us their files, they send us their content. We pick the emoji that are business relevant for them. We find panels of people, usually several hundred people. And what we found, and I'll do the demo in a minute for you, is that people, it's like a fire hose. It's like all of a sudden when you don't ask them questions, but you put contextual relevant visuals in front of them, which can either be still images or video, they start emoting like it's unbelievable. Like literally, we just finished a big job for a major brand in the United States, and on average, people emoted over 100 times in 3 minutes. So, what I want to show you really simply, because most of our users use mobile phones. They don't use laptop computers. So this is a Yawye right now for a brand that we set up, which you might have heard from, called Tesla. And you can see, I can press emoji anytime I want. really easily. And our system is measuring exactly to the millisecond where these responses are coming from hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of people. And we also, our back end, interprets what those feelings are about logos, about commercials, about new products and innovation, about positions they're taking in social advocacy around climate change or other responsible things. And we're able to do two really important things. One, establish what is the emotional constellation of a brand. What's bonding you to your best customers? And that enables you, when you're targeting new customers, to measure emotionally, without asking a single question, what's working and what's not working. It's a better navigation, it's a better guide. Just like constellations have been throughout human history. It's a way to guide you. The second thing we do is we measure competitive, so you can test one brand against another. How is Kohl's doing versus Target? How is Mercedes doing versus BMW? And we can measure strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats emotionally without asking a single question.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Danny.
you guys. Stay safe. Thank you for spending time with Yawye. We appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna go around this way. All right, so this is the press tour. Do you want to give a little bit about your business?
Yeah, hi. So I'm recurate and we are presenting these autonomous delivery robots. Now we are live at one of the international airports for autonomous deliveries, and this robot which you see right here, it is meant for retail, for curbside deliveries, bringing order from inside the store to the parking lots. So at the parking lots, these can carry almost 80 to 90% of a typical shopping cart of any retail, while you do retail shopping. So these robots are completely autonomous, and yeah, if you have questions, please feel free.
So it replaces the guy who's bringing the products from the store to the car.
So it's like, you place order online. So this is for curbside pickups. So automating the curbside pickups where people have to move in from inside the store to the parking lot on a regular basis. So we are automating that process right now. So if you order online, and the staff at the retail store will collect all your order and put it into the robot. Once you are at the parking spot.
The staff will do it. The staff is collecting things.
Yeah, staff is collecting the things. So once you are there at the parking lot to pick your order, the robot will come to your parking location, and there you can actually pick up your stuff. So that's the use case we are focusing on.
So how much can you carry?
So we can carry almost 50 kgs, and the capacity is 90% of a typical shopping cart. So we are live at Cincinnati International Airport, first to do autonomous delivery of food and beverages autonomously at any airport in the globe. So it basically you order online any of your retail or food items. Once you do that, you also enter your departure gate. So the robots will autonomously navigate to your departure gates and give you a notification that, hey, your order is here. So we are live at Cincinnati International Airport at this point in time. And we are also doing some pilots with retailers for curbside deliveries. If you talk about airports, it is like the airport retail. It is broadly constitutes 40% of the aeronautical revenues, and because of whatever has happened in the last 2 years, they are focusing on increasing the retail revenues. So there are a lot of people which are called gate huggers who doesn't engage in retail engagement at all at airports. So it's for them. So converting them into potential buyers so that they can go to their departure gates, order something online, and they can still get it without standing in queues or getting to any retail shop.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. If you have more questions, we have
And your retailer, it's for food?
yeah, for groceries, for any retail.
All right, we're going to head over here.
Thank you.
What mashgin does is we built the world's fastest computer vision-based self-checkout system. It uses a series of cameras and 3D technology to identify items instantly when you put it down on the base. We're rapidly expanding across the USA. So basically, if you guys want to see how it works, all we got to do is take these items here, take them off. Say I've walked into my morning convenience store or my cafeteria, right? And I'm just going to take these items, pop them down right like so, and then I can just walk over here and Apple Pay or do whatever I need to do to pay. And you'll be in, out, home life in about 77% of our transactions take place in less than 18 seconds for the customer, which is significantly faster than any barcode-based self-checkout system.
All right, really cool. Does anyone have any questions?
So right now we stick to a lot of CPG items, but it also works for open-plated food items. And obviously, if you go to see us in any of our stadium clients, right, we're all across the country, Pittsburgh Penguins, Madison Square Garden, right down the street actually. So right now we pretty much stick to food and CPG, but it can work for other things. And we've tried other applications, but we're scaling in the retail space specifically right now because it's a lot easier to put out multiple stores a day and all that action in the smaller format retail. So we use just regular cameras, but we use a lot of them.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks for stopping by, folks. I'm Jack, by the way, if anybody wants to reach out to us. Have a good one. Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna go over to endear right here at 33 next. Hey, hi. How are you? I'm good. So there's still a few people over there trickling in, but if you want to tell them a little bit about your business.
Sure. Hi everyone, I'm Lee Seven. I'm co-founder of endear. endear is a consumer CRM. So our goal is to make sure that if you have stores, that your salespeople always have someone to sell to, no matter what foot traffic looks like. So the goal is with our software, they can create dynamic segments of customers, and that's pulling from their e-commerce, their POS and store, any other data platform they want to connect. And they can use those insights to create really interesting subsets of their customers and then reach out over email and text. The objective is not mass email or mass text, it's really to have quality one-on-one conversations with their customers. And if those customers end up purchasing, that store associate gets credit for that sale. So endear is even taking care of the attribution side, making sure that the business knows where their sales are actually coming from, regardless of whether they convert in store or online. So that's a little bit about endear. Any questions?
Let's say I'm a salesperson.
Yeah.
So tell me what do I have to do?
Okay, so if you were a salesperson in the store, let's say it's Tuesday at 3 and there's nobody there. The beauty of endear is that you can either continue to talk to customers you're already in touch with, or you can even go and look at different audiences that maybe your manager or someone at the corporate side has built for you, and you can reach out to, say, 1,000 people all at once, but endear will take care of personalizing that message with their name, with product recommendations, with insights from previous purchases. So the database has all of your customers that have ever purchased with the brand, over email, text, or WhatsApp.
Do you have numbers to give us a percentage of people that will buy from you?
Sure. So the good way to think about it is typical email converts at around 0.5% conversion rate. endear has anywhere from a 2.5 to a 5% conversion rate. So we're doing about 100 times better than your standard email marketing. So one customer you have here is Roller Rabbit. We have customers in the menswear area, such as Todd Snyder or Robert Graham. And then on the women's side, we have companies like Anina Bing, Lee Lotan, APC, if you know them. So Oriana Jewelry, Rebag is a resale platform that we work with.
Awesome. Anyone have any other questions? All right, we're going to go on the other side of this wall. All right, so we're gonna head over to number 40, which is retail robotics. All right, so we're gonna head over right over here. All right, so hey guys. Hey. so this is the press tour. If one of you wants to speak to the business just for 2 minutes or so, who should I give the?
You should go. I should go? Okay, so we're Riddle Robotics. We're specializing in robotic pickup solutions for both parcels and groceries. Basically, we have one of our units, one of our systems here. If we can do a quick presentation, probably that would be great. Basically what it is, most of you probably by now know parcel lockers and pickup locations. So we take them to the next level by bringing robotics in. We have a unit for e-commerce parcels over there. The big advantage of the unit is that it's very small and convenient. The one in the over there where the guys are right now, we'll do the presentation very quickly. What it is it can fit basically in a very convenient small place, but still can fit in even up to 100 parcels. So it's just a very efficient solution for like 7-Elevens and like all the convenience stores, like corner stores and stuff like that. And on the video, I'll show that in a moment. There are the robotic solutions for pickup of the groceries, so like all the curbside pickup. So I'm just going to try to move those guys over and be very unpolite to them and do the presentation quickly. So can I get one of the tickets? Dzień dobry, panie prezesie. So basically I'll just have a code. So basically we just scan here, and there's a robot inside, X and Y and Z axis robot that picks up the parcel from one of the shelves and delivers it to the, let's say, handover window. You pick it up, and it's just as simple as that. So, and basically the way it's designed is that even if you've got like those unused spaces in the retail stores, you can actually fit it into the corner of the store. So you would probably have a fridge going perpendicular here on the side. It uses only this much of the floor space and the footprint, which is very, expensive actually in those small stores, and that's what it is. It's called Pickup Hero. The other solution, and we'll go to the video very quickly, it's called Arcton. We've got implementations in Europe, we've got implementations in France and Poland, and some lined up in UK. What it is, it's a robotic pickup for groceries. All of you know that the curbside pickup is just skyrocketing right now. All of you probably know that those conventional door type lockers are not very efficient for that because they have very little capacity. They're very inefficient to actually load up, and they're very inefficient to actually empty by the customers. So what it is, this is actually a drive solution. It can hold up to around 1,000 totes. So you can load up a machine automatically. There are several ways to load up the machine in an automated way. And then customers just drive up, pick up. Within 2 to 4 minutes, we're able to dispense up to 7 logistic totes with the groceries, and off they go. And that's what it is. We also have a smaller implementation for indoor locations. So like right now we're implementing that in Paris, in France, which basically goes inside of the store, because in the areas like Paris, it's extremely difficult to find an outdoor location because of the architectural restraints and all the other things. So we put it inside, but that's around 250 totes that can fit into that machine. Riddle Robotics, Europe, Poland, pickup robotic. Let's go.
Anyone have any questions? All right, thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna head over to MetraLabs next. Hey.
Hi.
All right, do you wanna hold this?
Yeah. Nice to meet you. We produce robots that autonomously drive in stores, and they create a floor plan of the store and detect products there. And we use, therefore, RFID tags, so it's mainly for apparel. And the robot is able to detect these RFID tags within a distance of about 5 meters. So when the robot drives through the store, it creates a map of the store with the product locations in it within a distance of about, or a precision of about 1 meter. And the benefit of the bot is that you easily find products. So for click and collect concepts, you're much more efficient in finding products for the employees in the store, and the employees have more time for the customer because they do not need to do inventory. This is automatically done by the robot. Yeah. And we have an operation, for example, at Decathlon and also at Kmart Australia, where we have a large deployment in their stores by the end of this year.
Kmart Australia.
Kmart Australia.
And which one?
The other one is Decathlon. Decathlon France.
Decathlon.
Decathlon France. Yeah.
Anyone have any other questions?
It's made for the store that the robot, let's say, collects or find out where a product is and how many products are in the store. So the robot docks off in the evening, for example, it drives across the entire store, which takes about 4 hours. And after that, you get a full inventory stock, and you get also the information where are the products. And based on this information, you can automatically reorder things, and you can find out misplacement. For example, if you look for certain products for click and collect concepts, then the store employees can find this quite quickly. The robot itself it's just to collect information where is a product and how many of the products are on the sales floor, and for the transportation or things like that, this is done by the employees. In Kmart, we will have 250 stores by end of the year.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're gonna head over just next door to Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you guys? Nice to meet you. Hi, my name is Roy. I'm the co-founder and CEO of CoolR Group. So CoolR Group is an AI-based platform that combines hardware connectivity, AI, and specific on-ground management of people. So what does that mean? This is our flagship product. It's called the Vista. It's a battery-powered camera, and we've sold 5,000 of these to one of the largest retailers in the US already. It's going in the field. We've already sold 11,000 of these to the largest ice cream company in the world. They're going in the field. That order came because we increased their sales 65% by using our platform. So what is our platform? You guys can take these, or you can follow at least what I'm gonna point at. Here you guys go. Just take a quick look. You can give it back to me if you don't want it after. But the idea here is, if you look at this, thank you. If you look at this top picture, you're able to see what we actually capture with the camera, right? And again, it's a battery-operated camera. It takes 5 minutes to do an install. We've already thought about connectivity. If you guys want to ask about that, we can talk about that specifically. And then you can see on the bottom here, for this ice cream company, what we've been able to do is take that picture and transform it into an understanding of an opportunity. So it's a data-driven decision. If it makes sense to send somebody to that location to do a replenishment. So if an average replenishment costs, let's say, $200, we know that we're going to get an ROI, or a positive ROI, by sending somebody to that location, because you can see it's a $206 opportunity. We've already done this with some of the largest companies in the world. So that's the difference between us and a lot of the other companies that you might see in the retail technology space. We're scaling this technology already with companies like Coke, Unilever, Target, Freshpet, Pepsi. So if you guys want to talk more about what these guys are doing and what they see as kind of the future of this distribution model, let me know. We have customers that basically look at this before they wake up in the morning, because it helps them make decisions on what they're going to do their day. Thanks. So there's a couple different use cases for our camera, but one is right here. If you could look here, this is our camera. So as the door opens, we take a picture, and you can see there. Okay, and you can see that it just uses a sticky material here. You know what something is missing, and you know exactly what is missing, and you know the dollar opportunity that you're losing by not having somebody come and do that replenishment. In soda and beer and ice cream, between 40 to 60% of visits that are made by these companies, by the Cokes, the Pepsis, the Unilevers, these large companies, they're all wasted. And these are their numbers, they're not my numbers that I'm making up. These visits are wasted. So this is a very good technology. It's greener for the world. It helps them increase their top line. It decreases operational costs, And it's very beneficial for COVID, right? Because you don't have to send people to places and have wasted visits. It's better for the retailer as well. The information goes up to our cloud platform. Our cloud platform looks at these pictures. We've already processed over 3 million pictures as a company, okay? So we take those pictures, okay, and then we give data related to the out-of-stock percentage, the number of cases for an order. We actually spit out orders too. So we'll tell you that there's 2 cases of Coke, 2 cases of Diet Coke, and 1 case of Coke Zero that is missing. Is that worth you guys going to a place that's an hour and a half away, right? So we give that data, and that data gets pushed at least a couple times a day. So this data can basically be looked at, and instead of somebody going to a location because it's Sunday at 10 a.m., they're going to go based on understanding that there is a good return of that visit. We also look at SKUs, and we do analysis on SKUs. For example, we might look at a bunch of different ice cream and say, okay, there's vanilla and chocolate, but there's no fruit flavors. We need to send somebody because it's important to have fruit flavors as well. It's also important to understand that there's products in here. If you're Coke, you want to make sure there's no blue cans in here, for example, right? Which is really important in emerging markets where somewhere usually around 20 to 30% of their inventory is products that aren't theirs, right? So we have the largest soda company in Brazil has about 2 million coolers, right? If 30% of their products is basically foreign product, they have essentially 600,000 coolers worth of foreign product in their field right now. So we help them with that. And these are things that have huge, huge increases in top line. We do an ambient shelves as well. So if you guys look here, you see that Target's one of our customers. You'll see up there that there's a picture of one of the we have. So if you think about this camera, from taking a picture from across the aisle, okay? From across the aisle, if you're around maybe 8 to 10 feet away, you'll get 24 feet wide of space. So you can see that picture right there? That's a picture, a real life picture that we have in the field, right? So we can see what the out of stock is. We can see basically all the 24 feet. So if you think about a normal aisle, you need 4 cameras, and you can take pictures anytime you want. You don't need to take pictures when, say, you know, once a day or something like that. You can take a picture every hour. And then from that, you can get an understanding of what's going on. So we've really created a model here that just doesn't tell you if something is out of stock. It's actually allowing you to make a better financial decision of where you should be sending your people. And right now, it's very expensive to hire good people. It's really hard to retain them. So it's a very present product in that, like, these are issues that companies have right now. So anything perishable makes a lot of sense. Anything where you have a distribution model makes a lot of sense. And anything where you have high traffic makes a lot of sense. And that can include, you know, anything on a shelf as well, like diapers. Even if you think about makeup, right? Very high margin products. And if they're out of stock for whatever reason, the merchandisers typically don't know for 3 or 4 days. So we decrease the out of stock days from typically 4 days to about 2 days. So we're decreasing the out of stock. So we've increased top line. Again, like, one last thing is this is real in the sense that we've been able to show a 65% increase in sales using our technology. In retail, that's mind-blowing.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, we're gonna have one for your...
Thank you.
We have some people from the press if you want to give a little bit about your business.
Yeah. So, as the name says, Discover Dollar, we are in the business of finding hidden dollars. What we do is analyze vast amount of contracts and negotiations with the suppliers, where there are deals and discounts being mentioned, the prices being mentioned. So 1 to 2% of the times, these prices are not being collected on time, where our artificial intelligence and machine learning based algorithms can actually identify what was the price to be paid, what was the discount to be collected. If the retailers or the brands are losing that money, we go and help them collect that money back. We have so far helped companies like Target, Lowe's, Canadian Tire, Metro Cash and Carry recover more than $419 million, which otherwise would be lost forever. So that's Discover Dollar for you guys.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna head over here.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys? So I would like to explain you what swogo is. So our main focus is to drive as much growth and basket size to our clients in the online retail. And what we have seen as a market opportunity is that right now the customers are relying heavily on what the customers bought or viewed in the past. This does a great job to understand a particular customer. However, it fails to understand what the customer is really looking to buy. If we take a look, for example, at the category like furniture, if we store the data, the client might buy a bed frame and the wrong size mattress, and the algorithm will store these two data together, which will allow the client to see a bed frame with an incompatible mattress. So this is what swogo saw the market opportunity, and over the past 9 years we have developed a product database called the swogo product graph that is 100% focused on the cross-selling attributes of each product. So the differentiated part of swogo is that by having a deeper understanding of the product catalog of the customer, we guarantee the compatibility and the relevancy of the recommendations online. As you can see in the picture, the iPhone 13 with a compatible iPhone 13 case, the bed frame with a compatible mattress, and the results spoke from themselves. We have increased for a lot of items from a lot of our retailers. We increased the average order value by more than 50%, and we are responsible on the electronics market by 1/3 of the total profit margins of our retailers. This is the main goal of swogo, and it has been quite successful from the past 9 years so far. Thank you. Have a nice event.
So we have some press. If you guys want to tell a little about your business,
Hi.
I can give this to you too.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Karen Dilly.
Hey Lana, how's it going?
Nice to meet you all. Is this sorry?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. We're from Recurate. We are a tech integration that allows brands to own their own resale. So essentially taking the behavior of Poshmark or Depop or eBay and bringing it into the brand ecosystem. So we integrate directly with the brand's website and make sure that everything that happens in the transaction stays within the brand. So basically we just launched with Steve Madden. So for example, if you go to stevemadden.com right now, you can buy new Steve Madden boots, or you can go to the secondhand section called Rebooted and buy secondhand boots there. And they come directly from previous Steve Madden buyers. So if you had a pair of Steve Madden boots and you're like, I want to sell them, you could go to your stevemadden.com into your order history and sell your items directly from there. So really what we're doing is taking all of that growth in the resale marketplace from Depop and ThredUp and The RealReal and moving it into the brand's ecosystem so they can really increase the circularity of an item. So sustainability is a huge priority for a lot of brands. They know they create a lot of product. So how do you extend the life cycle of these items? We add this function and capabilities into their website. So customers could buy a secondhand item and a new item together, and we're the only platform that allows brands to do that. Yes, we do that for Steve Madden, Mara Hoffman, Dolce Vita, Amor Vert, Peak Design, Redone.
And they get to manage the whole transaction from start to finish. Yeah, it's bringing all that data and all that kind of history in-house so they can manage it.
So that way you could buy new and secondhand together. So maybe there's a cool pair of boots that sold out last season with the supply chain issues. What you'll be able to do is email all those customers who bought those boots last year and say, hey, they're in high demand, you can sell them on the secondary market, and then to sell them. So as a brand, now you're getting to know, okay, what is the whole journey to buy first, and then what is that journey after you buy? Right now, brands have no idea what happens to their product after someone buys it for the first time. So we're giving them all this product details. Where's what buttons are coming off, how long is someone wearing it, all those things, so you can have a second, third, fourth life. Of our brands, about 50% of the buyers are new to brands. They've never engaged with the brand before and they're buying secondhand items. And then sellers who sell items, they get site credit. They come back and spend 2.5 times their site credit. So it's increasing their lifetime value as well. Have a good one. Enjoy the conference.
All right, we're just gonna go right next door. All right, so the next company is RETURNITY. Do you want to hold the mic?
I would love to, thank you. Hi, we're Returnity. We make and implement reusable shipping and delivery packaging systems for retailers who want to move away from wasteful single-use packaging. So everybody from Walmart to Rent the Runway to Estee Lauder is working with us to figure out how to change up cardboard boxes and poly mailer bags for something that can be used over and over again while still being operationally and economically advantageous compared to their current plastic and cardboard options. And we are already being used for over 500,000 shipments every year from retailers in the US and Europe, and growing into new markets this year as well. So we make it to retailers' exact requirements, and the materials we use depend on what makes sense for that application and what they want us to use. So typically it'll be like with Walmart, it might be like a PET or recycled PET fabric, or a recycled woven polypropylene. We're actually working with Stora Enso, which is a Finnish forest product company, and making reusables out of cardboard now that can last for 5 shipments, but are made from cardboard. So we really, and then this is actually a bag that we've made in partnership with Gore-Tex. So Gore was landfilling some of their fabric that doesn't meet color requirements, and we made these reversible shipping bags. So they ship the product like a poly mailer bag, and the customer turns it inside out and gets a bag they can keep. This is all made from Gore-Tex fabric that was going into landfills. So everything is really meant to be specific to the circumstance and the customer's requirements. Well, typically our packaging is meant to last for 40 uses. That requires, though, a very high level of return. So for us, the big focus with our partners is how to make sure the packaging actually stays in circulation. And so it's the big difference between how durable it is in the field, in the lab, when you're testing it in the lab, and actually how often it stays in circulation. So for Walmart, this is what they've been using for their in-home grocery delivery. And the team delivers groceries to you in the bags and takes the bags back with them from the last week's delivery. So that's how they make sure they stay in use. And so that kind of system part of it is just as important as actually the packaging design. So a lot of our work is with retailers on how to design the system to keep reusables in the field.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Enjoy the show. Appreciate it.
All right, we're just gonna head over here. We're gonna go to DEMATIC next, and then we'll end off with VNTANA. You want to hold this? It's some press if you want to tell a little about the business and everything. Sure. Do you have questions, or they may have some questions at the end?
Okay. Hello. I'm Kim Beaudry with DEMATIC. Our company is a provider of material handling equipment that are used primarily in distribution centers. We also integrate other companies' products, like the product we're showcasing here, which is AutoStore. So we make products and we partner with companies that have products to solve all of the problems inside the 4 walls of a distribution center, as well as one of our newest endeavors is getting into micro-fulfillment, close to consumer fulfillment. So we actually would put systems inside of a grocery store or at the end of a grocery store, urban hubs and metro fulfillment centers as well. So, so again, we do from everything from software to entry-level products to very integrated solutions like you see behind me. Where it's almost, we have robotics, automated mobile robots. So you almost take the need for a lot of touches, from people out of the system. And we do conveyor, what's also called shuttle systems. This is a type of a shuttle system. It's very easy to implement, very easy to get up and running, and can work around the structure of a building. So we have a lot of, I guess our main thing is that we're very flexible on what we can do for our customers because we have lots of different solutions that we can offer depending on their needs. If that makes sense. Any other questions? Does it make sense?
All right. Good. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so AutoStore is one of them. We partner with AutoStore, this company here. We also partner with a robotic vision company and robotic arm company called Covariant. All the major retailers, and then a lot of startup, so e-commerce customers as well. So we do a lot in the startup area as well. So if that gives you an idea of, so we can work from very small companies up to the world's largest, depending on what their needs are. Well,
Thank
we
you so
appreciate
much.
you stopping by. Thank you all very much. Nice to meet everybody.
The last company on the tour is VNTANA. DEMATIC. How you doing? Hey, how are you? Hi. We just have some people from the press. If you want to give a quick overview of. I'll come by you.
So VNTANA, we're a 3D model for scale for the internet. So if you think about what sort of YouTube did for video for the web, we're doing that for 3D for the web. So we can scale, and so we have a patented algorithm that will take 3D models that normally would take 3 days at least for a manual 3D artist to get it on the web. We can do it in a matter of seconds. So the perfect example of this was Adidas. They had 2,500 products. Normally take them 6 weeks to get that on the web, and with VNTANA it took them less than an hour. So we keep all of the beautiful visual integrity, but compress the file so that it's made available very, very quickly, and that's all in our algorithm. And we can do this for B2B and B2C. So you can share a link for a retail customer, or for those who are purely B2C, we can embed our 3D player on their website. A 3D model which is really big and large, and what we do is we compress the file. It's called optimization. So it compresses the file, makes it very small, but also maintains the beautiful visual integrity. And we make it available on the web, and we do that in seconds. So normally that takes quite a few days for one product. And what would take a manual 3D artist would take them 3 days to do that. And we also have a CMS, so you can manage all of those 3D models in a nice CMS, easy to use. It requires no technical ability. So this is why we can scale. They can use our 3D web viewer on their website. So like Diesel, Adidas, Tommy Hilfiger. So they, use our 3D web viewer on their website, so their customers can interact with the 3D model, and they can also put it in augmented reality. And say, for example, an accessory like a bag is a perfect example of where you want to see the size in your own environment, and it reduces returns by 40% by having both 3D and AR, and it doubles conversion rates by double, 200%. And in fact, Shopify did a recent survey, and they found the conversion rate was actually 250% having 3D and AR. You can imagine, you can share a link and imagine giving a digital showroom experience with 3D and augmented reality. You can send that link to that digital showroom securely, and they can see that on their browser. So just like, a retail customer wants to have that confidence of size, be able to interact with a 3D model, they can do the same. And then they can also use that with their customers. So you can reduce physical samples, the need for that, so you can have a digital showroom instead.
All right. Thank you so much.
If you want to just help yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So that wraps up our tour. If we want to go to the front so you guys could drop off your headsets. I did want to mention though, obviously this was just a snapshot of the companies. There's more than 55 companies here. So if you guys have like specific beats that you're more focused on, I've been in contact, I believe, with all of you. So just email me. I'm happy to introduce you to specific companies that might be a fit, or connect you so you can talk to them live. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed.
It was perfect.
Okay, great.